Millions take magnesium every single day for sleep, cramps, or anxiety. But few know the fascinating chain reaction that begins the moment you swallow a supplement. Once in the stomach, magnesium dissolves and moves to the small intestine. Here, specialized proteins pull these vital ions directly into your bloodstream. But magnesium doesn't just circulate. Your cells actively pull it inside to power the most important process in your body: energy production. Inside your mitochondria, magnesium activates ATP, the molecule responsible for storing and releasing the fuel that powers your brain and muscles. Beyond energy, magnesium interacts with calcium to regulate how your muscles fire and how relaxed or tense your body feels throughout the day. It acts as a biological conductor, stabilizing your heart rhythm and calming your nervous system for deep, restorative sleep. Prioritizing the right form of magnesium is the foundation of metabolic health. Follow your body's signals and master your health, 1 minute at a time. Without enough magnesium, your cells struggle to efficiently produce usable energy. This is one of the main reasons why deficiency is so closely associated with chronic fatigue. When your cellular batteries can't charge properly, your entire system feels the drain. But energy production is only the beginning of magnesium's role. Shortly after entering the bloodstream, magnesium begins a complex interaction with another critical mineral, calcium. This balance is what governs your body's tension. Think of calcium as the on switch for muscle contraction and magnesium as the off switch that allows for essential relaxation. This delicate mineral balance determines how your muscles behave, how your nerves fire, and ultimately how relaxed or tense your body feels throughout the day. When magnesium levels are optimal, your muscles can fully recover from the stress of activity, preventing the persistent tightness often felt in deficiency. But to achieve this balance, we must look at bioavailability. Not every form of magnesium you find on the shelf is absorbed the same way. Not all magnesium is created equal. Chelated forms like magnesium glycinate are highly bioavailable, meaning they are absorbed efficiently regardless of your stomach acid levels. Because it is bound to glycine, this form is gentle on the digestive tract and doesn't interfere with other minerals like calcium or oxalates found in your diet. In the brain, magnesium acts as a vital gatekeeper for NMDA receptors, preventing them from overfiring and protecting your neurons from overstimulation. By supporting the calming neurotransmitter GABA, magnesium helps your brain switch from a state of fight or flight to one of restorative calm and focus. This is why magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It prepares your biological systems for deep sleep by naturally lowering cortisol levels. It also supports the production of melatonin, ensuring that your transition into sleep is smooth and that your cycles remain restorative throughout the night. But biology is a team sport. To maximize these benefits, we must also look at how hydration and meal timing play a role in your metabolic health. For anyone focusing on metabolic health, remember, hydration is key to mineral transport. Aim for 1.5 to 2 liters a day to ensure your body can utilize magnesium effectively. But timing is everything. Avoid drinking liquids 30 minutes before and after your meals to prevent digestive interference and optimize nutrient absorption. Combine your magnesium intake with a protein priority mindset. Ensuring 60 to 90 grams of high-quality protein daily is essential for maintaining your muscle mass. Think of your health as a three-legged stool supported by nutrition, activity, and recovery. If one leg is missing, the entire structure of your health becomes unstable. Consistency is what drives biological change. A 14-day reset plan focusing on these pillars can transform your biological baseline and how you feel every day. Magnesium helps you distinguish between true physiological hunger and brain-based sugar cravings, stabilizing your blood sugar and emotional balance. Next, we will look at the crucial 20-minute rule for meals and how magnesium protects the most important muscle in your body, your heart. Don't rush your meals. Follow the 20-minute rule. Chewing your food thoroughly improves absorption and gives your minerals the best chance to work. Your heart never stops. Magnesium ensures the electrical signals that govern your heartbeat remain stable, supporting lifelong cardiovascular health. Preserving muscle is a pillar of health. Take your magnesium with vitamin D and B6 for maximum effect, but keep it separate from large calcium doses. So, from the moment you swallow that supplement, magnesium acts as a biological conductor for your entire system, the foundation of a thriving body. Start your journey today. Choose high-quality forms like glycinate and listen to the signals your body is sending you. Your health is built on these fine details. Stay informed, stay hydrated, and stay healthy. Magnesium is just the beginning of your biological journey. Your body will thank you. To understand one of magnesium's most noticeable effects in the body, we need to look closely at how muscles actually work. Every time a muscle in your body contracts, a signal travels from your brain through your nervous system to the muscle fibers. This signal causes calcium ions to enter the muscle cells. Calcium acts like a switch that tells the muscle fibers to contract. But muscles cannot stay contracted forever. They also need a signal that tells them when to relax. And this is where magnesium becomes extremely important. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium regulator. Inside muscle cells, magnesium helps control how much calcium enters the cell and how long it stays there. When magnesium levels are balanced, muscles contract and relax smoothly. But when magnesium levels are too low, calcium can accumulate inside the cells. This can cause muscles to remain partially contracted, and that may lead to symptoms like muscle cramps, muscle twitching, tightness, and sometimes painful spasms. This is why physically active people pay close attention to magnesium. But muscles are only part of the story. Magnesium also plays a powerful role inside the nervous system. Your brain contains billions of neurons constantly sending electrical signals. These signals allow you to think, move, feel emotions, and react to the world around you. But these signals must remain carefully balanced. Magnesium helps regulate this activity by interacting with NMDA receptors. It acts like a gatekeeper, preventing excessive activation of nerve cells. Without enough magnesium, these receptors may become overly active, which can contribute to symptoms like anxiety, restlessness, irritability, and difficulty relaxing. But magnesium's effects extend beyond muscles and nerves. It also influences one of the most important systems in your body, your cardiovascular system. Magnesium affects the smooth muscles lining your blood vessels, helping them relax through vasodilation. This helps support healthy blood pressure levels. Magnesium also plays a role in stabilizing the electrical signals that control your heartbeat. It helps regulate the flow of calcium and potassium in heart cells, which is essential for a normal heart rhythm. Beyond these systems, magnesium is essential for energy production. It is required for the synthesis of ATP, the body's primary energy currency. Magnesium also supports metabolic health by improving insulin sensitivity. This is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar and energy throughout the day. Not all magnesium is created equal. For bariatric patients and anyone focused on metabolic health, bioavailability is the most important factor to consider. Chelated minerals like magnesium glycinate are independent of stomach acid for absorption. This makes them ideal for supporting the body after surgery. Magnesium glycinate is particularly recommended for stress and sleep. It is gut-friendly and absorbed easily without causing digestive distress. Magnesium citrate helps with constipation, but you should generally avoid magnesium oxide. It has very low bioavailability and is often poorly tolerated by the gut. Absorption happens primarily in the small intestine. For the best results, it is often recommended to take your magnesium in divided doses. Remember that magnesium works closely with vitamin D and B6. However, take it separately from large doses of calcium to avoid absorption competition. While supplements are vital, don't forget natural sources. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes are rich in magnesium and should be part of your daily nutrition. These foods provide the baseline your body needs to maintain over 300 biochemical reactions every single day. Magnesium is truly a master mineral. By supporting your body minute by minute, it ensures your muscles, nerves, and heart work in perfect harmony. Proper magnesium levels ensure that your recovery and sleep are as productive as your daily activity. This is the foundation of long-term metabolic health. Thank you for joining this master guide on magnesium. I'm Dr. Andrew, and I'll see you in our next deep dive into your biological journey. Welcome to this comprehensive masterclass on magnesium. Today, we explore how this essential mineral transforms your biological state and regulates your internal clock. Several hours after magnesium enters the bloodstream, it begins influencing neurotransmitters that regulate relaxation and sleep. One of the most important of these neurotransmitters is called GABA. GABA stands for gamma-aminobutyric acid. It is the primary calming neurotransmitter in the brain. GABA works by slowing down neural activity. When GABA activity increases, the brain begins shifting from a state of alertness into a more relaxed state. Magnesium helps support the function of GABA receptors, allowing the brain to transition more easily toward relaxation. As a result, many people report feeling calmer after magnesium intake. noticing significant improvements in their overall sleep quality. But there is another mechanism at play. But magnesium may also influence sleep through another mechanism. It plays a role in regulating melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone responsible for controlling your body's sleep-wake cycle, signaling the brain to prepare for rest. Balanced magnesium levels appear to support healthy melatonin signaling, which contributes to a more stable circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is the internal biological clock that regulates sleep patterns, hormone release, and body temperature. When this rhythm becomes disrupted, people may experience difficulty falling asleep or waking frequently during the night. Others may feel tired during the day, struggling with brain fog because their internal rhythm is out of sync. Magnesium helps support the systems that keep this rhythm balanced, ensuring your body knows exactly when to rest. But magnesium also plays a surprising role in another important biological process: the body's stress response. Let's look closer at the HPA axis. Your body responds to stress through a complex system known as the HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. This system controls how the body releases stress hormones, such as cortisol, when you encounter a stressful situation. As the HPA axis activates and cortisol levels rise, your body is physically prepared for immediate action. But if cortisol levels remain elevated for too long, it can negatively affect your sleep, mood, and overall health. Magnesium helps regulate this system. It acts as a gatekeeper, preventing the overactivation of your stress response. Adequate magnesium levels appear to help the body return to a balanced state much faster after a stressful event. This is why magnesium is sometimes called the relaxation mineral. It is essential for emotional and physical resilience. But its effects go even further. However, magnesium's long-term effects extend beyond sleep and stress. It is vital for maintaining strong bone health. Over time, this mineral also supports metabolism. It is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It also plays a critical role in blood sugar regulation, helping your cells respond effectively to insulin. At the physical level, magnesium allows muscle fibers to relax after contraction, preventing chronic tension and cramps. This relaxation effect extends to the heart, where magnesium helps maintain a steady and healthy heart rhythm. Unfortunately, many modern diets are low in magnesium. Chronic deficiency can lead to a cycle of high stress and poor sleep. Let's see how this cycle works. Stress actually causes the body to excrete magnesium, which in turn makes you more reactive to stress. It's a vicious cycle. Breaking this cycle requires replenishing your magnesium stores through diet or appropriate supplementation. Choosing the right form of magnesium is essential. Bioavailability determines how much of the mineral actually reaches your cells. Not all forms are created equal. Magnesium glycinate is highly bioavailable and gentle on the stomach, making it ideal for improving sleep and reducing stress. Magnesium citrate is also well absorbed but works differently, often used to support digestion and occasional constipation. Remember that other factors like vitamin D and B6 levels also influence how effectively your body utilizes magnesium. Natural sources are vital. Dark leafy greens, nuts, and seeds provide an excellent way to boost your daily intake naturally. Consistency is key. Magnesium supports the three-legged stool of health: nutrition, activity, and recovery. It's a cornerstone of balance. From GABA regulation to cortisol management, magnesium is the silent partner in your biological well-being. Invest in your biological balance. Master your sleep. Master your life. I'll see you in the next masterclass. Over longer periods of time, magnesium is not just a structural element, but a dynamic regulator of your metabolic health. It acts at multiple critical stages of the glucose metabolism pathway, starting directly in the pancreas. In your pancreatic beta cells, magnesium regulates the electrical activity required for insulin release by influencing ATP-sensitive potassium channels. Adequate intracellular magnesium triggers membrane depolarization and the calcium influx that drives insulin exocytosis. Once insulin binds to its receptor on target cells like muscle or fat, the receptor must undergo autophosphorylation. This process is highly magnesium dependent, as it serves as a critical cofactor for the receptor's tyrosine kinase activity. Furthermore, magnesium is required for the activation of downstream kinases, specifically the PI3K-ACT pathway. This pathway is absolutely essential for the translocation of GLUT4 transporters to the plasma membrane. When magnesium levels are adequate, cells respond efficiently, allowing glucose to enter and be used for energy. This seamless operation helps maintain balanced blood sugar levels and prevents hyperinsulinemia. But when magnesium levels are too low, this signaling becomes inefficient. creating a vicious cycle of insulin resistance. Low magnesium impairs post-receptor signaling, while high insulin promotes renal magnesium wasting, further depleting your stores. This contributes significantly to metabolic disturbances over time. Now let's look at the skeletal system. Approximately 60% of the body's magnesium is stored in your bones, acting as both a reservoir and structural component. Magnesium ions are incorporated directly into the hydroxyapatite crystal lattice of the bone. By substituting for calcium, it limits crystal size, preventing the bone from becoming overly large and brittle, maintaining its elasticity. It also stimulates osteoblast proliferation, the cells that build bone matrix, while suppressing osteoclast activity. Without it, the Rankel to OPG ratio increases, stimulating bone breakdown and leading to decreased mineral density. Furthermore, magnesium is a necessary cofactor for the enzyme that converts vitamin D into its active, usable form. It is also required for the secretion of parathyroid hormone, meaning severe deficiency can lead to functional hypoparathyroidism. But despite its immense importance across these systems, many people do not consume enough magnesium in their daily diet. Modern diets rely heavily on processed foods, where the natural mineral content has been stripped away during manufacturing. Foods naturally rich in magnesium include leafy green vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Incorporating these unrefined whole foods is the primary defense against systemic depletion. Industrial refinement of grains and sugars can remove up to 80% of their original magnesium content. Beyond diet, chronic stress is a massive drain on your reserves. Magnesium is often termed nature's tranquilizer. It acts as a natural antagonist to the NMDA receptor in your brain, preventing excessive excitatory signaling by glutamate. Simultaneously, it enhances GABA, your brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, keeping the nervous system calm. During stress, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis triggers the release of cortisol and catecholamines like adrenaline. This hormonal surge causes a rapid shift of magnesium from the intracellular space to the extracellular fluid. This excess extracellular magnesium is then identified by the kidneys as a surplus and excreted through urine, permanently lost. This creates a brutal cycle. Stress depletes magnesium, and low magnesium makes the HPA axis hyperreactive, increasing stress sensitivity. To break this cycle, supplementation is often needed, but extremely high intake of certain forms can cause unwanted effects. Certain forms of magnesium, particularly oxide or large doses of citrate, can have a strong osmotic effect. They draw excess water directly into the intestines as they pass through the digestive tract. This rapid influx of water overloads the bowel's capacity, leading to digestive effects such as diarrhea and cramping. However, very high levels of magnesium in the blood, known as hypermagnesemia, are exceptionally rare. It usually only occurs with impaired kidney function. For most people, maintaining balance ensures this mineral quietly supports hundreds of vital biological processes every single day.